Welcome back to woodcraft716.com. I'm Mike Weibel, and on this channel we try to create and inspire through woodworking. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified of any new content we have coming out. Today we'll be doing a quick video on how to install these X's in the back of your farmhouse furniture. They're super easy and they look nice too. And just like that, we'll get started on it. So all the X really is just one long piece and two short pieces. We have a pocket hole in each side, opposite of each other so that the screws don't cross in here. Then we just drive a 2.5-inch screw down from the top and up from the bottom. And that's it, there's really nothing to it. Let's get started. Okay, so this process is the same if the table was small like an end table or big like a sofa table. The process is still the same. We cut these strips to 1.5 inches, and depending on your style and the size of the furniture, you may want to go thicker. So the first thing we'll do is take an oversized piece and clamp it on from corner to corner. I always try to use the top and the bottom as opposed to the two sides. I just think it looks a little bit better. Then I'm just going to take my wood and line it up with the corners and clamp it in position. Once it's in position, I'll go ahead and mark it from the other side. Then I'll unclamp it and take it to the miter saw. Once the angle's set, I'm going to go ahead and make my cuts. I'm going to cut them a little bit big to make sure that they fit in there just right. If you just need to take a little tiny sliver off of your piece, a good way to do that is put your blade down, bump your piece up with just a little bit of pressure, lift it up and make your cut. And that should take off just a sliver. And just like that, the first piece is in. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. But this time we'll have to mark it 4 times. One on the bottom and top, and one on the top and bottom of the middle. Then it's back over to the miter saw and we'll make our cuts. And after a few trips back and forth to the miter saw, we got these things to fit just right. And just like that, this thing fits perfect. So what I did here was I put a pocket hole in each end of the short piece, and I made sure that they were on opposite sides so when we put the screws in there, they won't split this wood. I'm only using 1-inch pocket hole screws. So from here it's real easy. This 2.5-inch trim screw just has a real small head for trim, and we'll be able to bury it into the top piece. So what I did is line up the screw where I want to put it in the board so it doesn't come out the backside, and I put a mark. Then I just put my square to the center of this board. Transfer that mark, and I'm just going to glue it and then drive this screw in there. Alright, so now we got the top screw in just perfect. We're just going to leave the bottom. We're going to put the other top piece in before we flip it over. So this one's just as easy. We're just going to glue it, clamp it, put our pocket hole in first, and then drive our 2.5-inch screw down in. Okay, then we'll just flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. We'll just mark our first piece, put our second piece in, clamp it, pocket hole screw it, and then put the screw in at the end. And just like that, the X is in. And it's solid, man. It's not going anywhere. If you got any value out of this, subscribe, like, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you put your X's in. So remember to always create and inspire. And just like that, we'll see you on the next video.